Cool, so we can shit on them, but shorty generous. She wanna pack her little friends inside the 4-door. Looking at the ass, cause you the shit, but shorty in her own class on her. She know how I'm coming by her. In the height of slavery, I probably slapped the shit out of one of them little white boys. They ever tried to play with her. Probably lose my life, but shit, I proudly take their love. Simply cause I live for you. I love you like one of my kind, let it cake. You know I care for you. Think I'm funny, anything to put a smile on you, shorty. Shorty such a queen, she got me singing Elvis like the king. I can't help falling in love with something like that.
What's up, you guys? It's your girl Janae.
And your main man.
And we're back with another banger for you guys.
So today we back with another rent video. This one is called Dominoes. We've been getting a lot of requests for this ever since we started listening to his music. People always listen to Dominoes.
Yes.
So we're gonna hop into it today. It's a lyric video, so we have a good understanding of what he's talking about. You ready?
Yes.
Oh, you built this like dominoes, dominoes, dominoes falling. Oh, you built this like dominoes, dominoes, dominoes falling. You build us up just to knock us back down. Funny how you act surprised when we hit the ground. We're like dominoes, dominoes, dominoes falling. So bleed me of all my self-belief. My smile shows all my insecurity. In a kingdom of photoshopped kings and queens will never feel happy with ourselves, but insecurity sells. Dominoes, dominoes, dominoes falling. Oh, you build us like dominoes, dominoes, dominoes falling. You build us up just to knock us back down. Funny how you act surprised when we hit the ground. We're like dominoes, dominoes, dominoes falling. I hide my head under the sheets, cause how can I face a world that ridicules the weak? Where beauty is sold on the shelves, forbid that we find it in ourselves. And now I'm broke, it don't come cheap. Oh, you built this like dominoes, dominoes, dominoes falling.
I wanna say, like, even before I keep going, it's like I wonder if he coming from a perspective of talking to like the world leaders or talking to God himself. And it could be perceived both ways, because it makes me think about Money Game, where he was just talking about all of the things he spoke about, or if he's talking about to God and just putting us, basically just dropping you in a world with no manual on how to live a happy life.
Right.
It's like one of those things where I like the metaphor of the dominoes, because there's so many things that'll continue to happen in life that'll kind of feel like a domino effect.
Right.
This happened, that hurt. This happened, that hurt. This hurt. Damn, that almost killed me that time.
Yeah.
That one was crazy.
Yeah.
But then another one happened that's worse than that one. And you like, what are you doing?
He'll build you up just to knock you back down.
And I like the fact that it leans in that perspective of having a conversation with God, but it also leans onto the same themes of like Money Games. Because it's one of those things where it talks about Photoshop kings and queens and the ability to buy beauty on shelves.
Right.
And it's forbidden that you should find it. That's one of those things that kind of touches on the fact where they don't want people to thrive with a sense of individualism. If you find a sense of inner peace, it's no nonsense that can shake that foundation. If you had a society full of people that had a sense of self-worth, a good self-image, and just an understanding of who they are and the impact they want to have in the world, they don't get any monetary gain from that. How does that help us?
Right. It's like when he said insecurity sells, or like, God forbid, we find beauty within ourselves, like you just said.
That don't make money for them.
Right.
If you're not sad, they can't try to get people hooked on antidepressants, or there won't be any drugs getting sold. It won't. You get what I'm saying?
Right. It's
one of those things that if everybody has a firm grip on reality, there's nothing we can convince you that you need.
Right.
When you start to realize the only thing you need is to have faith in what your capabilities are, how did that help us? If people stopped being sick, if they gave the cure to cancer or the cure to any non-curable diseases,
right?
What does that do?
I was just gonna say that reminds me of something my dad would say. Like, of course the doctors would never tell you to just stop eating meat and exercise.
Why would they do that?
Why would they do that?
Now
They want you to come back and get prescriptions.
Yeah. Let's do a 25-year regimen of medicine that's not helping you get better.
Exactly.
That makes sense to us.
You taking it and it's keeping you it's keeping whatever you have just calm, but it's still air.
It's dormant, but it's still active. Exactly.
Right.
So I kind of see it from both sides. What do you think? Like, you think he's talking to God or talking to?
Yeah, I feel like it just can be whatever you
interpret it to be. I like that too.
Oh, you built us like dominoes, dominoes, dominoes falling. You build us up just to knock us back down. Funny how you act surprised when we hit the ground. We're like dominoes, dominoes, dominoes falling. Araya was the most beautiful girl in this world. She shined like diamonds and rubies and pearls. But then, as soon as she turned 13, she forgot just how bright that it was that she gleamed. Stuck in the material world of magazines that glamorise fake and Photoshop beauty queens. Top 10 beauty tips making her feel inadequate. For the first time in her life she felt ugly. So Araya stopped eating to lose weight. She spent her dinner money on some makeup for her face. But no matter how much she lost or how much she bought, she was never good enough, or so she thought. Araya felt she could never be loved. She started cutting her wrists and hiding her scars with gloves. At 16, an anorexic beauty queen, she collapses in a puddle of her tears and blood. Cause she never felt enough, she never felt enough. Your sellers told this lie that we must buy to keep in touch. We can never buy enough, never buy enough. All the riches in the world come by a sense of self-love. Funny how you act surprised when depression's levels rise, when you force feed inadequacy straight into our eyes. Television shows that praise the beautiful people, and talent competitions that just laugh at the feeble. Billboards, magazines, people turn to plasticine, molded like a factory. We're growing up to fear, feeling ugly. It's lunacy, and not even a community. Cause insecurity breeds judgment, judgment breeds hate, no unity. And hierarchy based upon aesthetics is what makes a kid in school get bullied for genetics. And I felt so ugly growing up. The way that I look sometimes got me beaten up. I mean, what the fuck sort of culture do we live in, when we're defined by the shape of our face, when we're ashamed by the size of our waist, when we're imprisoned by the form that we take? And so we keep buying and spending. That's just how this story goes. You build us up just to knock us back down, and we just keep falling like domino.
Yeah, he's crazy. He's crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, he's crazy.
I love that.
You want to go first, or?
I mean, we kind of, touched on it, like the whole sequence he just did with the girl. Like, you grow up just seeing magazines and people that are supposed to be perfect, or they're a certain size, or they got a certain skin tone, or certain color hair, or certain color eyes, and then when you don't look like that, you start to feel insecure about yourself. And it don't make it no better that people around you, like, you start going to school and people, you get bullied for how you look, and it's like, dang, if I look like them, then maybe I wouldn't get bullied, or if I look like them, I'll probably be happy with myself. But then you try to look like that, and you're never good enough either way. So it's like
a hamster running on a wheel.
Yeah.
It's literally when you're living your life based on the judgments of other people, and when you live your life based on what you feel like will satisfy the world, it'll always be disruptive to your happiness, because the sad truth is that there's nothing you can do and nobody you can be that'll ever satisfy everybody. You got to learn to live for yourself and learn to find a healthy balance in accepting constructive criticism if it can help you grow as a person, and being able to distinguish that from people that they have so much self-hatred that they're finding some semblance of dealing with their pain by forcing it onto you.
Exactly.
Because one thing about people, the only people that comment negative things or say mean stuff to people or bully people, those are people who their self-image is so damaged that they'll do anything to not feel it by themselves. They have put that on you.
Yeah.
People will literally force a dark cloud over your head.
That's so true. Like, people don't want to be like miserable alone.
Yeah.
You know, they want other people to feel sad. Just right on with them.
Misery loves company. But I think your greatest superpower can be discernment and understanding that when people do things like that, it's not because it's something wrong with you, it's something wrong with them.
Yep.
And when you look at it from that stage, never let anybody steal your light.
That's true. You could either grow up to be the bully, or you could grow up to defend the people that are getting bullied.
And it's like I can imagine the level of emotion this song would take somebody through. Because you see a lot, me working in the hospital, you deal with a lot of people who seeing young kids being there at 302 or seeing young kids, like that is insane.
Yeah.
When you see the level of mental health, like people that come through the hospital, people dealing with behavioral health issues or people that are having crisis, and it's teenagers, kids under 10, you stop and you just like, it's real out here. Can you imagine being a parent and you pour into your children, people that constantly remind their kids, you're beautiful, you're this, you're that, you're amazing, you're a superstar, you could be whatever you want, just for the world to be literally shitting on them.
Yeah.
And you can't do anything to make it better. That's terrifying, bro.
It is. 'Cause it really starts like in school. Like,
that's crazy.
Yeah. Like, people be so mean. Kids, other children are mean. And it's like, no matter how much you pour into them, it's like they have to be around those people every day. So it matters what they think.
It does matter. And I think the hard part is accepting the fact that we've all literally, obviously, every adult has been a child before.
Right.
The societal standards affect you so much more as a child because your brain isn't developed enough to have such a positive self. I've met teenagers and kids that have amazing self-images. Nobody can shake what they believe in. They have faith in something. But not every kid is not that easy for them to have that level of discernment.
Yeah.
So all I would say is just be patient with your children. Come from a place of understanding and wanting to know what they going through rather than telling them, well, fuck them kids, blah, 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 blah,
That's
blah,
not
blah.
helpful.
They don't help.
That's not
It don't matter what to them it does
To
though.
them it matters, so you have to speak to them in that way.
Yeah, like you really gotta wanna understand.
Right.
But to get off the soapbox, we don't have any children, but that's just the way we would like to raise them when we have them one day. Just to make it a safe space.
Yeah, I would love, it's always a goal of both of ours to raise confident kids. And just to remind them as best as we can that they're perfect no matter how they look.
I agree. And even when you don't feel that way, I'll always be here to remind you. Even as an adult, when you're going through your own mental anguish, the most common thing you hear about, I feel so lonely, I feel so this, I feel like I don't have anybody. The effect of needing good people around you never goes away.
Yeah, you always need positive people around you, genuine people around you. Everybody craves that.
I feel like everybody needs it though.
Yeah.
We all complain or make the jokes that you don't like people or people are annoying, but there are so many good people out there left.
Yeah.
Just don't let the world affect you to the point where, like they said though, this song and Money Game, they all dive a lot into that. This is what they want though. There's a lot of money to be made in separating people. When people hate each other and they don't like to talk to each other, post-pandemic, people don't know how to have conversations with each other.
Right.
Never forget that there's beauty in having genuine relationships. So never stop letting yourself be open enough to just spread love to everybody, because you never know what somebody going through, and they don't know what you're going through. So if somebody having a bad day and they treat you a certain type of way, don't take it personal.
Yeah.
Everybody dealing with something.
You just never know.
But nah, I really like this one.
Yeah, I like this song as a whole.
I do too.
It's a good listen.
And I like that it leave it up to interpretation of whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, that's so true.
I don't have anything extra to say. I feel like we talked a lot about it throughout the song.
Yeah.
Storytelling was great. I really like the chorus, and obviously the messages in all his songs are great. So yeah, I don't really feel like there's anything left to touch on.
Yeah. Well, you guys, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure y'all turn on them post notifications. And we gonna see y'all on the next Banger. Bye.